My phone buzzed. I'm skipping your birthday. Things are tight at the office. No emoji. No hint of regret. Just words. Clinical. I stared at it, thumb hovering over a reply. No problem, I typed, pressing send like a man rehearsing neutrality. An hour later, the screen lit up again, not with her, but with her life on display. Rich gifts, balloons, a cake decorated in her boss's favorite colors. Smiles stretched across her face like a lie I could almost touch. I turned to my son, his little voice barely above a whisper, "They forgot you again?" I didn't answer, I just watched, silent. The walls seemed to shrink around me, the air thick with a quiet rage that demanded patience. I didn't move, I didn't text. I let the pulse of betrayal sink in, measured, precise. I could hear her laughter echoing through the house from her phone videos, bright, careless. My chest tightened, a slow drum of calculation. I remembered the small things first, little lies, half-truths, moments she brushed off as unimportant. Late nights at the office, sudden grooming habits I hadn't noticed before. That one week where the smell of another perfume lingered on her scarf. Denial tried to sneak in. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe it was just office politics, her boss's birthday. But the kids' eyes betrayed it, the same ones I had looked into the night she whispered, "I love you," years ago. Trust wasn't blind, not anymore. I walked through the house slowly, like a ghost. Every picture frame, every shelf, every shared memory whispered contradictions. Something had shifted. Her texts didn't lie exactly, but neither did the evidence. My mind cataloged every detail, every pattern, the rhythm of her deceptions. I didn't explode, I didn't confront, I didn't need to. I could feel the story behind her smiles unraveling, a silent thread I intended to pull to the end. Rising suspense. I started with small things, a forgotten charger left plugged into her laptop. I watched notifications, timestamps, changes in routine. I traced her movements quietly, the way she hid her phone screen when I entered a room. DNA tests waited on the counter, results unopened. My hands didn't shake. My voice didn't falter. I observed. I mapped the web. Every morning I watched her as she brewed coffee, pretended to scroll social media, laughed at messages I couldn't see. I collected receipts, timestamps, posts, nothing overt, everything telling. The quiet moments were the hardest. Sitting on the couch, sipping water, pretending nothing had happened while the truth sharpened inside me like glass. Every laugh, every casual remark, every "I have to work late" was now a clue in a pattern I alone could decipher. I didn't feel anger, not yet. I felt calculation and patience. The results came quietly, 2 little envelopes, sterile and definitive. I opened hers first. My pulse remained slow, even. Every cell in my body memorized the truth before my lips needed to form words. Then I waited. She came home, as usual, unaware. I held the evidence in my hands, my reflection calm in the polished kitchen counter. "Funny," I said, almost casually, sliding the report across the table. "Your schedule didn't quite match the story." Her eyes widened, shock first, then panic, denial. That's not. I let her stumble through the chaos of her own making. I didn't need to speak more. Her face, pale, twisting, told the story I had already read in the lines of receipts and posts. By 9 p.m., she was at my door, screaming, knocking, threats, pleas. I didn't answer immediately. I let her rage echo down the hall. When I did, I opened the door just enough to see her face. "Do you really think you can lie to me?" I asked, softly. No tremor, no tremble. Her lips quivered. She reached out. I stepped back. The air between us was a battlefield of the quietest, most exacting vengeance. I handed her the stack of messages, photos, receipts, everything she had tried to hide. No shouting, no theatrics, just clarity. Her knees hit the floor. The scream became sobs. I watched her unravel in precise, silent triumph. She had thought her deception invisible. She hadn't accounted for me. I went to the living room, sat. The kid asleep in his room, oblivious to the storm. No pity, no rage, just observation. The air had changed. She had changed. I had changed. Everything I had lost in trust, I gained in clarity. The clock ticked. The night settled. I sipped my water. Quiet. Final. And I knew one thing. She would never forget. I had.